Now is it board clear? Is the board clear to you all? Very good morning, very good morning. Is the board clear to you all? Very good morning. Soumya, good morning, good morning. Very good morning, very good morning. So let us start our syllabus. Dear students, as yesterday we have discussed exercise 6.1 till question number 5. There you have read linear pair angles and few questions were we have discussed. Axioms हमने discuss किया. So today friends, we are going to discuss the last question of this exercise 6.1. Afterwards we will study the next exercise and its theory part. ठीक है, तो देखते हैं इस क्वेश्चन में क्या है. Just see, in this it is given that angle XYZ is equals to 64 degree. Means this angle XYZ is equals to 64 degree is given and XY is produced up to the point P. Means you have to produce this line XY up to the point P and draw a figure from the given information. अभी इस information से हमें क्या करना है, एक figure draw करना है. Draw a figure from the given information. So we have drawn this figure. XYZ is an angle of measure 64 degree and XY is produced up to the point P. Right? After that, what is given? If ray YQ, this ray YQ is bisects angle ZYP. This ray YQ bisects angle ZYP means this YQ इस एंगल को दो इक्वल पार्ट में डिवाइड कर रहा है. bisects angle ZYP. Then find XYZ, XYQ, XYQ. This angle we have to find out. Afterward, reflex angle QYP. QYP इसका reflex angle find करना है. So let us start solving, dear friends. See it. Is the board clear to you all? बोर्ड सबको क्लियर है? Good. Now just see the solution of this question. In the solution of this, figure draw कर लिया सभी ने? Right. Just see. Since angle XYZ is equals to 64 degree, or you can say if you produce this line XY up to P, so you will get a straight line XP. क्या मिल रहा है आपको? एक straight line XP मिल रहा है. On this straight line YZ, this ray YZ stands on it. Okay. So since ray YZ stands on the line YZ stands on the line XP from the figure. Right friends? Okay. As ray XYZ stands on the line XP, so we will get two angles. Therefore, the sum of these two angles, कौन से दो एंगल? XYZ plus ZYP. So, angle XYZ plus angle ZYP equals to 180 degree. Why? They are linear pair. right students? So these are the linear. Why? Because this xp is a straight line, and dear students, you have read in your textbook that when the sum of two angle is 180 degree, then both the angles are said to be supplementary to each other, right? When the sum of two angle is, in your previous classes you have studied, so don't forget it. When the sum of two angle is 180 degree, both the angles are said to be supplementary. And what are the complementary angles? When the sum of two angle is 90 degree, then both the angles are said to be complementary. Understood? So sum of these two angle is 180 degree, so these two angles are supplementary also. Okay, now as we are getting these, the sum of these two angle is 180 degree. Why? Because they are linear pair. Now the measure of xyz is given in the question. This is 64 degree. Measure of this angle is 64 degree. Let us substitute it. So here 64 plus angle ZYP equals to 180. Reason you just write down. Reason is, since angle XYZ is given, which is 64 degree, right? Now from here we can get the value of ZYP. Therefore angle ZYP equals to 180 minus 64 degree. Therefore angle ZYP equals to 180 minus 64. Subtract it. You will get 10 minus 4 is 6. 7 minus 6 is 1. Means 116 degree is the measure of this full angle. ZYP. Measure of this angle. Now we have to find out XYP. XYP, this angle. XYQ we have to find out. Means XYQ, this angle. ये एंगल फाइंड करना है. इन दिस एंगल, दिस मीन्स जेड वाई पी पहले क्यू फाइंड कर लेते हैं, एंड इन दिस यू हैव टू ऐड 64. यू विल गेट एक्स वाई क्यू. सो एज यू नो दैट दिस एक्स वाई इज द बाइसेक्टर ऑफ एंगल दिस. ओके, सो सिंस ray YQ is the bisector of angle ZYP. So you can get the value of ZYQ, angle ZYQ. Therefore angle ZYQ is equals to half of angle ZYP, which is equals to half of angle 116 degree. It means 2 5s are 10 and 2 8s are 16. We will get 58 degree. It is the measure of angle ZYQ. Right friends? Say it is equation number 1. Now first thing we have to find out the measure angle XYQ. So let us find out. Therefore measure angle XYQ is equals to अभी देखते हैं XYQ is where? XYQ is this angle, and this angle consists of these two angles. Which one? XYZ and ZYQ. So this XYQ can be written as angle XYZ plus angle ZYQ. Angle ZYQ. Measure of XYZ is 64 degree plus measure of angle ZYQ is 58 degree. So find the sum of this. 8 4 12, 6 6 12. 122 degree is the measure angle XYQ. This we got our first answer. हमें ये हमारा पहला आंसर मिल गया. Now we need to find out the second angle. Second angle is what? Is QYP. QYP. As you know that this YQ reflex angle QYP we have to find. As you know that this QYP is the half of angle ZYP, right? So QYP is equals to just same as 58 as this ZYQ. Therefore, angle QI, therefore angle QIP is equals to QYP equals to 58 or equals to Z angle Z YQ equals to 58 degree, right? Why? Because YQ is bisector of angle ZYP. Reason we need to write down. Okay, now we got the measure angle QIP. हमें QIP का एंगल मेजर फाइंड आउट हो गया, बट हमें क्या फाइंड करना है? रिफ्लेक्स ऑफ दिस. सो रिफ्लेक्स फाइंड करने के लिए क्या करते हैं? 360 में से इस एंगल को माइनस कर दो. सो देयरफॉर रिफ्लेक्स एंगल QIP इज इक्वल्स टू, देयरफॉर रिफ्लेक्स ऑफ एंगल QIP equals to 360 minus 58. You have to subtract it. You will get your answer. Reflex angle of QIP is equals to 360 minus angle QIP, which is 58. Subtract it. 10 minus 8 is 2. 5 minus 5 is 0. So you got 302 degree. Therefore, reflex angle QYP is equals to 302 degree is this our answer. And second was first this XYQ is 122 degree. So we got our both the answer. You just write down, note down it, so we can figure you have drawn and write the solutions. Figure you have to draw with neat and clean. Okay, now our next topic is parallel lines and transversal. What we have to read? Parallel lines and transversal we need to study right now. Okay, so students, let's start. Parallel lines and transversal. Is the board visible to you all? Good. So let us see the next part, parallel lines and transversal. Parallel lines and transversal. Parallel lines and a transversal. Right friends, so in this first we have to draw the figure and understand what is a transversal. So dear friends, I think you all have read, this is in the chapter 5 you have read Euclid's fifth axiom. Have you read? So if a line falls on two straight lines, then these are two lines, and on these two lines another line is intersecting on it, right? So this line, a straight line which intersect the two given lines are called transversal. What? Say this line is L, it is M, and it is N. Right? Three lines. This line L is intersecting these two lines M and N at points, at these points. So this line L is called a transversal. So what you need to write down the definition: if a line which intersect two or more straight lines at distinct points, if a line, definition of it, if a line intersect two or more straight lines, two or more lines at distinct points, two or more lines at distinct points, then is called a transversal. Is called a transversal. Transversal. Right, friends? So here line L is the transversal. Here in the figure, line L is a transversal. Right, friends? So line L is transversal. This line L intersect line M at point this, and at of line N at point this. So from the intersection point we are getting four angles at this point, four angles at this points. Right? So we have to start. Let us suppose that this angle is angle 1, this is angle 2, it is angle 3, it is angle 4. Right, friends? This is angle 5, it is angle 6, it is angle 7, and this is angle 8. So we are going to study about these angles. So there are the angles formed by a transversal we have to study. Right? Angles formed by a transversal. Right, friends? So first, as these 8 angles we are getting, right? So first of all we need to study which types of angles they are. देखो, as these two lines are intersected by this line L, which is transversal, so you are getting two types of angle. First, external angles, and second, internal angles. External angles are the external angles कौन से हैं? Angle 1, angle 2, angle 7 and angle 8, because they lies outside of these two straight lines. That's why these angles are said to be external angles. Now the question is arising, which are internal angles? So internal angles are those angles which lies between these two lines, means angle 3, angle 4, angle 5 and angle 6. Right? Angle 3, angle 4. So first, external angles. External angles. External angles. Right, friends? So there are 4 angles: angle 1, angle 2, angle 7 and angle 8. They are external angles. ठीक है? You just note down it. Second part is internal angle. Internal angles. So what are the internal angles? Internal angles are angle 3, angle 4, angle 5 and angle 6. Angle 3, angle 4, angle 5 and angle 6. These 4 angles are said to be internal angles. ये कौन से एंगल थे? एक्सटर्नल, which lies outside of these two lines, and 3, 4, 5, 6 are internal angles which lies inside these two angles, right? Now the next thing we have to study, external is done, internal is done. Now pair of corresponding angles in this. What we have, we are going to study pair of corresponding angles. Third part, pair of corresponding angles, right? Third part, pair of corresponding angles. Right, students? So there are four pair of corresponding angles. There are four pair of corresponding angles. First pair is angle 1 is correspondence to angle phi. Right? First pair is angle 1 and angle phi. Second pair in this, angle 2 and angle 6. They are corresponding angle. Third pair, angle 3 is correspondence to angle 7, and last fourth pair is angle 4 is correspondence to angle 8. These are the pair of corresponding angles, right, students? So you just keep it in mind. Angle 1 is correspondence to angle phi. Now you just understood. ये दो जो लाइन्स है, लाइन M और N, अभी ये पैरेलल नहीं है. Now you are getting the information only. If a line is intersecting two straight lines, so this line is called transversal. So by this transversal, the angles formed by this transversal we are studying. अभी हम उसके इंट्रोडक्शन को पढ़ रहे हैं, अभी हम उसके नेम्स को बेसिकली जान रहे हैं, दैट बेसिक टर्म्स ऑफ this angle formed by this transversal. Understood? So now we got external angle, internal angles, and pair of corresponding angles. Angle 1 is correspondence to angle phi, angle 2 is correspondence to angle 6, angle 3 is correspondence to angle 7, angle 4 is correspondence to angle 8. So there are four pair of corresponding angles we have read, right? Next, pair of alternate interior angles. Second part is pair of alternate interior angles. This we are going to study. So alternate and interior, here is given alternate and interior. It means हम सिर्फ इंटीरियर एंगल्स के विषय में पढ़ेंगे. किसके बारे में? इंटीरियर एंगल मीन्स 3, 4, 5 एंड 6 के विषय में पढ़ेंगे. सो देयर आर टू पेयर ऑफ अल्टरनेट इंटीरियर एंगल्स, एंगल 3 एंड एंगल 5. जिससे देखो अल्टरनेट मीन्स क्या? वन आफ्टर अनदर. अल्टरनेट मीन्स वन आफ्टर अनदर. सो 3 के बाद यू लीव इट 4, then which one is 5. So there are two pair of alternate interior angles. 3 is alternate to 5 and 4 is alternate to 6. So both the pairs we need to write down. First, angle 3 is alternate interior to angle 5, and second pair of alternate interior angle is angle 4 and angle 6. ये तो रहा इंटीरियर एंगल, अल्टरनेट इंटीरियर एंगल. अब आते हैं अल्टरनेट एक्सटीरियर एंगल पे. थर्ड पार्ट, दिस वाज द फोर्थ पार्ट. नाउ फिफ्थ पार्ट, पेयर ऑफ अल्टरनेट एक्सटीरियर एंगल. एक्सटीरियर एंगल angles. Okay, so pair of alternate exterior angles, let us थिंक अबाउट दिस. अभी जैसे हमने इंटीरियर एंगल्स को बताया, सिमिलरली यू हैव टू एक्सटीरियर एंगल्स के विषय में बात करें. देयर आर टू पेयर ऑफ अल्टरनेट एक्सटीरियर एंगल्स. एंगल 1 is alternate to angle 7. Angle 1 and angle 7, they are pair of alternate exterior angles. So angle 2 is alternate to angle 8, second pair, angle 2 and angle 8. Right students, any confusion in this? Okay, now let us move on the angles, pair of interior opposite angles, right? So just see, dear students, as this transversal intersect line M at this point, so you are getting two pair of vertically opposite angle. Angle 1 is vertically opposite to angle 3 and they both are equal in measure, right? Angle 2 is vertically opposite to angle 4. They both are equal in measure also. Similarly, at this point, if you are coming, angle 5 is equals to angle 7, vertically opposite angle. Angle 6 is vertically opposite to angle 8 also. Right? Now, we are going to study angles formed by a transversal with parallel lines. That is, what? Angles formed by transversal to the same side of transversal. Interior angles formed by the transversal on the same side of transversal. Just see, on the same side of transversal, interior angles देख रहे हैं हम और transversal के same side. So which are the angles, interior angles formed by this transversal on the same side of it? Means angle 4 and angle 5. Angle 4 and angle 5. They are said to be interior angles on the same side of transversal. Okay. So, sixth part, interior angles on the same side of transversal. So, how many pair of this? Angle 4, 5. First pair, second, angle 3 and 6, angle 3 and angle 6. These are the pairs of angles, interior angles on the same side of transversal, 4 and 5, 3 and 6. Similarly, exterior angles on the same side of transversal, angle 1 and angle 8, angle 2 and angle 7. So you just write this one also, exterior angles on the same side of transversal, exterior angles on the same side of transversal, side of transversal, exterior angles on the same side of transversal. There are two pairs, angle 1 and angle 8, angle 1 and angle 8, second pair, angle 2 and angle 7, angle 2 and angle 7. Right students? So be quick and note down it. Is the board visible to you? Very good beta, you just note down. Be quick. Now students, this interior angles on the same side of transversal Interior angles on the same side of transversal are also referred as consecutive interior angles. Allied angles are co-interior angles. The name of this angle, they are referred as consecutive interior angles. Interior angles they are known as allied angles or co-interior angles it is. So consecutive interior angles, allied angles are co-interior angles. Co-interior angles, right? They are the name of the same what? Interior angles on the same side of transversal. You just keep it in mind and note down it. This information which is related to, now we are going to study the parallel lines and the transversal. अभी हम parallel line और transversal के विषय में पढ़ेंगे, right? And we have to read the axioms and theorems based on this. ठीक है? So these are the basic information, basic terms related to a transversal, when a transversal intersecting two straight lines, right? There in chapter 5 you have read when a transversal or when a line falls on two straight lines, then you have read that Euclid's fifth axiom tells you that if the sum of two interior angles on the same side of transversal, if the sum of this 3 and 6 is less than 180 are two right angles, then these two lines M and N intersect in this direction, right? As the sum of angle 4 and 5 will be more than 180 are two right angles, so they do not intersect in this direction, right? Concept समझ में आया यहाँ पे? So these are the basic terms which is related to, and they are very important for class 10th also. You just keep it in mind. इसको ध्यान में रखना, उसके अकॉर्डिंग फिगर ड्रॉ करना, and these definitions which I have given you just note down. Here the very important thing, interior angles on the same side of transversal, which is angle 4 and 5 and second pair angle 3 and 6. Okay, this and these pair of angles are also known as consecutive interior angles. Allied angles are co-interior angles. ये ध्यान में रखना. So according to the headings, pair of angles you need to write down. Can we start the next part, parallel lines and the transversal? You just send the message. Can we start? Is the board visible to you all properly? Good. Very good, beta. Okay, so now I am going to rub this part and we will study now angles, that parallel lines and the transversal. Right? Parallel lines and the transversal. It was the introduction of parallel lines and the transversal, because line M and N, they both were not parallel. In chapter Introduction to Euclid's Geometry, this was related to Euclid's fifth postulate. You have read the figure. यही same figure आपने वहाँ भी draw किए होंगे, हाँ? And you have read that introduction to this Euclid's fifth postulates tells the existence of parallel lines. Existence of parallel lines, right? Now, dear friends, you need to draw two parallel lines and a transversal. parallel lines and a transversal. What? Parallel lines and a transversal. Okay, and we need to study few axioms, few theorems based on this. Okay, so in the parallel lines and transversal, you need to draw figure of it. Two lines which are parallel to each other and a transversal. Are they parallel? Say these are line L and M, right? These two parallel lines are intersected by a transversal. Its name is line PQ. So in this line PQ is a transversal, and this transversal intersecting the lines L and M at this point, right students? So I have read so many angles right now. अभी हमने बहुत से pairs of angles discuss किए, right? Like this is angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4. Same as 4 angles are here also. Angle 5, angle 6, angle 7 and angle 8. Right? So these 8 angles we have read. इसमें हमने पढ़ा alternate interior angles, corresponding angles, alternate exterior angles, angles, interior angles on the same side of transversal, exterior angles on the same side of transversal क्या होते हैं इसके विषय में हमने knowledge लिया. Now the fact we are going to study, what are they? The results, these things we are going to read which are very important to you all. First, alternate interior angles are equal. First result is alternate interior angles are equal. Alternate interior angles are equal. Interior angles are equal. Understood, friends? It means when two parallel lines are intersected by a transversal, then only alternate interior angles are equal. It means alternate interior angles, how many pairs you have read? 2 pairs. Angle 3 and 5. So they are equal in measure. Means angle 3 is equals to angle 5, first pair, second pair. Angle, second pair is angle, which one? Angle 4 and angle 6. Second pair. Angle 4 is equals to angle 6. ये दोनों एंगल्स इक्वल कब होंगे? जब ये दोनों लाइंस पैरेलल होंगे, ये याद रखना. This you keep it in mind. Angle 3 is equals to angle 4. They are alternate interior angles. They are equal in measure in case of line L is parallel to line M. So here you just write down L is parallel to M and PQ is a transversal. Right? Only in this case they will be equal. Alternate interior angles are equal in measure. Second, corresponding angles of each pair are equal. Second part, corresponding angle of each pairs are equal. Corresponding angles of each pair are equal. Okay, so now the corresponding angles, what are we have read? The corresponding angles, angle 1 is correspondence to angle phi. So there are 4 pair of corresponding angles, they will be equal. Say A angle 1 is equals to angle phi. Second, angle 2 is equals to angle 6. Angle 6. Third, angle 3 is equals to angle 7. And fourth pair, angle 4 is equals to angle 8. They will be equal in measure. It means if you have given a measure of angle 4, so you can say that the angle 8 is also the equal to the angle 4, right? They are corresponding angles. You just keep it in mind, right? Okay. Next is each pair of interior opposite angles are supplementary. Each pair of interior opposite angles are supplementary. Third, is on the same side of transversal, on the same side of transversal are supplementary to each other. Right friends, it means interior angles on the same side of transversal means angle 4 and angle 5 are supplementary, means sum of these two angles will be 180 degree. So first pair of this angle 4 plus angle 5 is equals to 180 degree. Second pair is angle 3 and angle 6. So angle 3 plus angle 6 is equals to 180 degree. Got the point, students? Very good. After that, in this, angles of a pair of alternate interior angles are equal, angles of a pair of corresponding angles are equal, right? As you have read, each pair of interior angles are equal on the same side of transversal. Each pair of interior angles on the same side of transversal are supplementary, same as each pair of exterior angles on the same side of transversal are also supplementary, right? So fourth part, each pair of exterior angles on the same side of transversal are also supplementary. Right? It means angle 1 plus angle 8 is equals to 180 degree. First pair angle 1 plus angle 8 is equals to 180 degree. Second, angle 2 plus angle 7. Angle 2 plus angle 7 is also equals to 180 degree. So dear students, in the that I told you that supplementary angles are those angles if the sum of two angle is 180 degree, right? So if I asked what is the supplementary angle of 90 degree, so supplementary angle of 90 degree is also 90 degree, means both the angles are equal and they are supplementary to each other. 90 plus 90 is equals to 180. Same as complementary, what are the angles which are equal and they are complementary? So 45 plus 45, they are complementary also and equal in measure also. So dear students, you just note down this information because they are very important. When two lines are parallel and a transversal intersecting these two lines, then that alternate interior angles are equal. Angle 3 is equals to angle 5, angle 4 is equals to angle 6. Then corresponding angles of each pairs are equal, means angle 1 is equals to angle 5, angle 2 is equals to angle 6, angle 3 is equals to angle 7, angle 4 is equals to angle 8. Okay, next, each pair of interior angles on the same side of transversal are supplementary, means angle 4 plus angle 5 is equals to 180 degree, angle 3 plus angle 6 is equals to 180 degree, because they are supplementary, and angle 1 is plus angle 8 is equals to 180, angle 2 plus angle 7 is equals to 180 degree. Got the point? Okay. Is the board is visible? Very good, beta. Rupal. Soumya, is the board visible properly? Very good. Okay. Now let us move on your next exercise. Or before that, the things which are given we will study. Axiom 6.3. If a transversal intersect two parallel lines, then each pair of corresponding angles is equal. You see, each pair of corresponding angles are equal. This is axiom 6.3. This is called axiom 6.3. In this axiom 6.3, what is given? Each pair of, if a transversal intersect two parallel lines, so each pair of corresponding angles are equal in measure. See axiom 6.4, if a transversal intersect two parallel lines such that pair of corresponding angle is equal, then the two lines are parallel. What is? If a transversal intersect two parallel lines, just opposite of this is given. If a transversal intersect two lines, means it is not given that both the lines are parallel, but if a transversal intersect two lines and the pair of corresponding angles are equal, then the lines are parallel. This is given converse of this 6.3, right? Then the lines are parallel in the axiom 6.4. Okay. So theorem 6.2, 6.3, 6.4 and 6.5. Afterwards, parallel lines to the same line. 6.6, 6.2 theorem you just see. If a transversal intersect two parallel lines, then each pair of alternate interior angle is equal. Each pair of alternate interior angle is equal. This is theorem number 6.2. This is theorem 6.2, but the proof is not given in your textbook. What? If a transversal intersect two parallel lines, then each pair of alternate interior angles are equal, which is given in theorem 6.2. Then in 6.3, if a transversal intersect two lines and pair of alternate interior angles are equal, then the lines are parallel. Just converse of this. Its converse is 6.3. What is given? If a transversal intersect two lines and each pair of alternate interior angles are equal, then the lines are parallel. Then the lines are parallel. Theorem 6.3, which is converse of theorem 6.2. Understood? Next, 6.4 you just see, if a transversal intersect two parallel lines, then each pair of interior angles on the same side of transversal is supplementary. This is theorem 6.4. Theorem 6.4. What is? If a transversal intersect two parallel lines, then each pair of interior angles on the same side of transversal are supplementary. This is theorem 6.4. Right? And same, just converse of this, if a transversal intersect two lines and each pair of interior angles on the same side of transversal are supplementary, then the lines are parallel to each other. Understood? Afterwards, 6.5, if a transversal intersect two lines such that the each pair of interior angles on the same side of transversal is supplementary, then the two lines are parallels. Right, students? So today I am going to end the session. As yesterday I sent you the assignment sheet, you just solve those questions. Is there any problem? You just type the message. किसी क्वेश्चन में किसी को कोई प्रॉब्लम हो, so you can WhatsApp me on my personal number so that I can give you the solution of those questions. As yesterday I sent you the assignment sheet. Any doubts in those questions? So send those questions on my personal number. Okay, dear students. So now we are going to leave the session.